Hey, welcome back. It's another Thirsty Thursday edition of Liquid Lunch on Newsmax TV. I'm John Tabacco. This is the second hour, expanded coverage. We're coming to you live from the Question Tequila Studios. No, not high atop the financial capital world like usual. Today, we're in Miami at the Blockchain Center, right at the epicenter of the Democratic debates. And when you go down to the debates and you want to have conversations with my audience, with purple people, and hear all views, there's nobody better to bring on than Cenk Uygur from the Young Turks. Cenk, thanks for joining us on Liquid Lunch. I appreciate you coming down, giving us a few minutes. As I told you during the break, I basically agree with nothing that you say, but I am a fan. I'm a fan of your delivery. I'm a fan of the way you've built a tremendous following, and I think us even being on my show, I'm happy to come on your show if you ever want my point of view, but what we're trying to do on this show is create a place where people can have a dialogue, have thoughtful conversation, not shout each other down. I know you get a little crazy on your show sometimes. I get a little crazy on my show, but how bad is the discourse out there right now in the regular media?
Well, it's pretty bad, and it's bad on a couple of counts. Look, I love having conversation with everybody, and God bless America, right? And that's what it's supposed to be about. And I like tequila. Maybe we can get to that later. So, look, there's two different problems. One is the establishment, and that's a problem that the right wing and the left wing face. So the mainstream media loves the status quo because they're all incredibly wealthy, and they all got there through this system. So they love Joe Biden because I call him status quo Joe, because he won't change anything. They loved Hillary Clinton. I mean, if there's 150 pundits on air, I'm sure 148 of them voted for Hillary Clinton.
100%.
Right. So
along with all the investigators in the Mueller probe.
Well, that part's actually not true, but that's okay. So we can move on. So Mueller's a life.
Tell me, educate me. Who on that team were not Hillary voters?
So first of all, Mueller is a lifelong Republican.
Not Mueller, but his team.
Okay, and in terms of his team, I don't know that anyone knows how they voted.
Oh yeah.
And a majority of the FBI is Republicans. So it is very likely that the people on that team, the majority of them were Republicans. So there's no indication. When Trump says it's 18 or 19 angry Democrats, he just made that up. Totally made it up, not based on any fact. There's no way that anybody can cite anything that has validity to that.
Andrew Weissman never donated money to Hillary Clinton's campaign.
So you could find one or two people that voted for Democrats or donated Democrats, and I could find you 3 or 4 people who voted for and donated to Republicans.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Listen, with the way guys like us probably wouldn't be developing the platforms and the followings that we're having an opportunity for if it wasn't for this new media stuff, right? So all voices are being heard. Congrats to you. God bless America's right, because we're here, right?
Yeah.
But it also does foment a lot of bullcrap. You know what I mean? Because you don't know some people don't know what's true anymore, and even if it looks like a fact, it's not a fact. So
So we are vigilant about sticking to the facts. So what we do on the Young Turks is first we present what the evidence is and what the news is. Then we go to a context and analysis, which a lot of the mainstream media is missing. Then we go to our perspective. So when you get to our perspective, everybody's free to disagree. But you've got to speak the same language. The language is of facts, reason, and logic. And unfortunately, in my opinion, the establishment has its own alternative facts where never changing anything is wonderful. That's why they're against Trump, but that's also why they're against Bernie Sanders, and soon they'll turn on Elizabeth Warren as well. But when it comes to the right wing, I'm sorry guys, but you all make up a lot of things that aren't remotely true.
Me?
No, I don't know about you, John. I haven't followed all the way.
I didn't do anything over here. But I know what you're saying. And listen, I'm seeing a shift even in Fox News. It seems to me that, since Rupert Murdoch handed over the reins to his 2 sons, they hired Donna Brazile. Shepard Smith's going way left. So I think Fox is actually coming a little more to the mainstream establishment too. What do you think about Fox?
Well, look, I think Fox has been a cancer for a long time. And look, the other day we were talking about how they hired as their security expert Mark Furman, who is famous for being viciously racist. I mean, that's literally what he's known for. So when you do that, you're planting your flag and saying, I'm for the bad guys, in my opinion, okay? Now, on the other hand,
Is Al Sharpton a racist?
I think Al Sharpton has done questionable things.
Well, man, I'm saying, do you think
I
he's a
thought,
racist?
you know, I mean,
because MSNBC wheels him out there for his own show.
No, I
week.
wouldn't go as far as calling Al racist, and I think he's also done some really positive things. But
I'm
look,
with you on
I grew up in the tri-state area. I remember the Tawana Brawley scandal, and I remember him going in and really agitating against some Jewish store owners. So I got a long memory on that.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm with you.
But Al's also done some positive things in his life.
I was the 2009 National Action Network Entrepreneur of the Year.
Oh, is that right?
And I was honored at the temple at his church there in Harlem. And I was running for office at the time, and all I had to do was make a $20,000 donation to the National Action Network, and then you become the man of the year.
Yeah, I'm not surprised that that's how it works. But I'll tell you one interesting thing about Fox News, though. I think they're making an interesting turn, not with the Donna Brazils. I don't find that interesting. I mean, she helped rig the debates last time in favor of the establishment of Hillary Clinton, so I don't know how she helps. But Tucker Carlson, on the other hand, half of what he says I can't abide by, and I think is really terrible on the immigration issue. But him being against the war on Iran, very positive.
He did save us, right?
Yeah. I think he totally saved us. And so some progressives have this knee-jerk reaction. If Trump said it, I'm against it. If Tucker Carlson said it, I'm against it. If Fox News said it, I'm against it. Hold on. Take a deep breath. What did they say? So if Trump is bragging about pulling the missiles back, great, encourage that. We don't want to go to war with Iran.
Right.
If Tucker Carlson is now pointing out the Koch brothers are buying off the Republican Party, great, wonderful. That's absolutely true. Look, John, the number one thing that unites us is 96% of Americans. It's exact. 96% of Republicans and 96% of Democrats say the number one problem is corruption. It's the donations and the independent expenditures. So, like, look, you in the right, you want to get rid of Soros's money, right? I want to get rid of Koch brothers' money. Now Tucker agrees with that. I want to get rid of Sheldon Adelson's money. And so you want to get rid of union money. We want to get rid of corporate money. We got a deal. Let's make a deal, okay? So the only way we can do that is get an amendment to fix campaign finance reform and get
how about some crypto vouchers? You know, like these crypto credits. They're talking. You know, people they're talking about. Hey, everybody gets $1,000 and you can spend it on whatever candidates you want, and it takes all the corporate money out of it. It's not the worst deal. I mean, the guys from Ben and Jerry's started that movement up in Seattle where people get a wallet with like $500 and you can only spend it on campaigns. Maybe something like that is getting there. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And Ben Cohen's a wonderful progressive. And what I'm asking all you guys to do, and John, for the host and everybody else, is keep an open mind about progressives. Because I get your anger towards the establishment, and a lot of times we share that anger, right? Whether it's Hillary Clinton, Biden, etc. But for people like Elizabeth Warren last night, who kept talking about the corruption, I was tired of everybody buying off our politicians, right?
She's been bought off for years.
Look, I think
she's been bought off for years.
I think she
talk
should
about corruption. She faked her, applications.
No. See now, look. So when you say
she did do it, right?
No,
she came out and said she did it.
Okay, let me explain. All right, before we get distracted on that, but I'll hear you on that, and we'll talk about that. Okay. Just to finish the thought, look, Elizabeth Warren at different times in her career has taken corporate donations, but she's made a real turn, not a BS turn. Some of the politicians are doing a BS turn. She's done a real turn. No more corporate donations. She's not doing that. No corporate PAC money. Okay, I helped found the Justice Democrats that found AOC and helped her run, helped her win. And their number one rule there is, no matter what you agree or disagree with, is you got to be clean. No corporate PAC money. You actually represent your voters and not your damn donors.
Got it.
Now, if you want to get into Elizabeth Warren and the application.
Let's leave that alone. We had a great talk. I really appreciate you coming here. And I almost think, the party screwed Bernie last time. He probably would have beat Trump. But I always say, when you start bending conservative, progressive, you almost kind of meet each other at the other side on some of the real ideals of real progressive and real conservatives. They almost meet, with civil liberties and stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely. And no wars.
I'm glad we met. I really appreciate you coming down here.
Right.
I'm happy.
Thank you,
if you want to beat up on a socially liberal, fiscally conservative guy, I'm down to talk to you anytime you want. You're watching Liquid Lunch. Cenk Uygur joins us. Really appreciate being here. We'll be back right after this.